Hi, I am Kelly, Manager International Scholarships at UTS International. Welcome, and thank you for joining us at the Scholarships for International Students session. UTS offers a scholarship scheme valued at approximately $12 million each year to eligible undergraduate and postgraduate coursework international students. There are also generous scholarships to international students undertaking a research program. We want to recognize your academic achievement prior to studying with us. So if you have a recognized qualification, got good grades, you may be eligible for a tuition fee scholarship. Today, I will cover information on various UTS scholarships available to new international students, government sponsorships and loans, how to find scholarship information on our website, and how to apply for UTS scholarships. Feel free to post your questions throughout this presentation. A couple of my colleagues is here with me today, and we will spend some time answering your questions after this presentation. If you are looking at studying a bachelor degree at UTS, we offer scholarships ranging from 25% to full tuition fee scholarships for the course duration, to those who have recently completed a recognized high school qualification such as the GCE A-level or the IB diploma. The Vice Chancellor's International Undergraduate Scholarship is a full tuition fee scholarship. We encourage students with outstanding grades in their high school qualification to apply. If you are studying or have completed the IB diploma and have, or at least expect 28 points in your final diploma, there is a 50% tuition fee scholarship. Both of the scholarships mentioned require an online scholarship application, which generally opens in November the previous year for February commencement and April for July commencement. If you are completing the Gaokao examination from China, there's also a scholarship at either 75% or 50% tuition fee. Alternatively, eligible applicants will automatically be considered for 25% tuition fee scholarship, the Undergraduate Academic Excellence International Scholarship, upon submitting a course application. For those undertaking an academic program at UTS College, our Pathway College, we have 50% and 25% tuition fee scholarships for eligible diploma students and 25% tuition fee scholarships for high-achieving UTS Foundation Studies students. Please keep a lookout for these scholarships if you are starting at UTS College prior to UTS. 25% tuition fee scholarships are also available if you are completing a diploma qualification from a country in the Asia region, such as Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong. Or if you are undertaking a diploma of nursing in Australia and enrolling into the UTS Bachelor of Nursing Enrolled Nurse program. Both of these do not require a scholarship application. Now for postgraduate coursework students. UTS offer a full tuition fee scholarship, the Vice Chancellor's International Postgraduate Coursework Scholarship, to bachelor degree graduates with exceptional results. Similar to the undergraduate scholarship, the online scholarship application opens in November the previous year for February commencement and April for July commencement. As the full tuition fee scholarship is very competitive, high-achieving students will automatically be considered for some of our partial scholarships. There is the Postgraduate Academic Excellence International Scholarship, which is a 35% or 25% tuition fee scholarship for those who have completed studies outside of Australia. Students from Latin America may qualify for the LATAM International Postgraduate Scholarship, a 25% tuition fee scholarship, while selected students who have completed studies in Australia will be considered for the Onshore Postgraduate International Scholarship. One-off scholarships and grants is also available. If you are completing a degree in Australia, there is the grant for Masters by Coursework students. The benefit is $3,000 towards your first session tuition fee. If you are applying specifically for the Master of Design, do check our website for the Master of Design Scholarship for outstanding students. The Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building is offering a $5,000 scholarship. Majority of scholarships, especially our 25% tuition fee scholarships, do not require a separate scholarship application. All you need to do is to submit the course application, and provided you meet the criteria for the relevant scholarship, you will receive a scholarship offer along with your course offer. The scholarships listed on the right, including the full tuition scholarships, require a separate scholarship application. Check out the individual scholarships for the application period and the other details such as eligibility criteria. This table shows how much tuition fees you will save if you receive one of our undergraduate scholarship, which is the 25% tuition fee scholarship. The tuition fees quoted is for 2022. In columns 1 and 2, the amounts are the average tuition fee for 1 year and also by the area of study. The reduced tuition fees with scholarship column shows the reduced tuition fees payable after deducting the scholarship. Overall, you will be saving about $10,000 per year and a minimum of $30,000 to about $48,000 for the duration of your course. Similarly, this table shows how much tuition fees you'll be saving if you receive the Postgraduate Academic Excellence International Scholarship and for 35%. Again, in columns 1 and 2, you see the 2022 average tuition fee for 1 year. The reduced tuition fees with scholarship column shows the tuition fees payable after deducting the scholarship. And the last column shows you the savings. You will be saving around $12,000 to about $16,000 per year, which is $24,000 to about $45,000 for the whole course. If you were to receive the same scholarship but for 25%, this table shows you the average tuition fee for 1 year, again by the area of study, the reduced tuition fees after deducting the scholarship, and the savings you will receive from the scholarship. You will be saving between $8,000 to $11,000 per year, which is about $17,000 to $32,000 for the entire course. If you are looking at doing a research program such as a master's degree by research or PhD at UTS, these scholarships may be applicable to you. There's the UTS International Research Training Program Scholarship, the UTS President Scholarship, the UTS International Research Scholarship, and the China Scholarship Council. The tuition fee scholarships are for standard 3 years with a possible 6 months extension. Those who graduate from a UTS undergraduate or postgraduate degree may qualify to receive 10% of tuition fees if you apply to study a second or subsequent award course, such as a bachelor degree, a master degree by coursework, or research degree. You will automatically be considered for the Alumni Advantage program when a course application is submitted. This is Priyanka Chatha from India, a postgraduate academic excellence scholarship recipient who completed the MBA. This is what Priyanka has to say about taking her career to the next level at UTS.
I worked in sports event management for 4 years in Dubai. And then I thought, okay, I need to take this one step further. Doing an MBA has always been a dream. It's very demanding. But if you want the most from this degree, you have to give it everything you have. The teachers at UTS are so knowledgeable. They have 30 to 40 years of experience in their industry. Having the opportunity to tap into this is amazing. I really enjoy their lectures. That practical insight is invaluable, and they're always there to help you. They really want you to succeed. Love being in Australia because it provides me the opportunity to be myself and really develop my confidence and discover who I am. Australia does provide a valuable education, but it's up to you to actually make the most out of it over here. Every time I feel like I'm getting too comfortable, I like to challenge myself and do something big. I've gained so much more than just knowledge. I've gained confidence in myself and in my future.
Australia Awards Scholarships is an Australian government scholarship. It is an international development assistance program to help developing countries to promote prosperity, reduce poverty, and enhance political stability. Each country has its own priority areas of study relating directly to the strategic objectives. Scholarship recipients will receive return airfare travel, a one-off establishment allowance on arrival, full tuition fees, contribution to living expenses, introductory academic program, overseas student health cover for the duration of the scholarship, supplementary academic support, and field work allowance for research students and masters by coursework, which has a compulsory field work component. The government in your home country may offer scholarship and loans for overseas studies. Here is a list of countries where UTS has received students who have been sponsored by government bodies. This is what the UTS International Students webpage looks like. If you click on scholarships, you will find dedicated information on scholarships for international students. In the scholarships webpage, there is a direct link should you wish to use the scholarship search tool, information on scholarships offered by your home country, and some profiles of our scholarship recipients. In the same page, if you scroll down a little, you can view scholarships by level of study. Expanding each section will display a list of scholarships. You can click into each link to view the scholarship details. You are now looking at the scholarship search tool. If you know the name of the scholarship, type a keyword on the search bar and it should bring up scholarships that matches the words entered. Alternatively, you can search for scholarships by selecting options relevant to you. Let's pretend that I am a new international student from India interested in studying a master's by coursework program. I would select No to Current UTS Student, Yes to International Student, India in the drop-down list for country of citizenship, postgraduate coursework for course type, and you may choose to leave all other fields as is. Then hit search. I can see here in the search results several scholarships that matches my criteria. You will see the scholarship name, the benefit or value of the scholarship, the application period, and the status of the scholarship. The Vice-Chancellor's International Postgraduate Scholarship is currently closed, but all other scholarships are open. This is an example of what you will see if you click into the individual scholarship page. It will include information such as the scholarship status, value, opening and closing dates, and links to the scholarship application form if the scholarship is open. Most scholarships will give you a brief description of the scholarship, the full eligibility criteria, the selection process, how to apply, as well as some contact information. Previously, I mentioned there are several scholarships that require a scholarship application after you have submitted a course application. For these scholarships, make sure you apply for course admission first. Keep a lookout for the application period and go through the instructions before submitting the scholarship application. The scholarship application usually asks you for personal details, your educational background, as well as submission of any additional criteria such as a written response to a question or statement. As part of your application for a research program, there is a section on the form on scholarships. If you tick to be considered for scholarships in your application, you will be automatically considered for the following: the Australian Commonwealth International Research Training Programme Scholarship, UTS President Scholarship, and the International Research Scholarship for international candidates. For any other scholarships, such as the China Scholarship Council, you will need to name the scholarship in your application. It's important to submit your application for consideration by the specified date. Here are our contact details should you wish to contact us, and our web link. This is the end of the presentation. Please stay on and chat with us. I hope the presentation was informative for everybody. We will have about half an hour to answer your questions, and I can see a lot of questions already are posted. So we will try and answer as many questions as we can in this half an hour. So I will introduce my colleagues who are here with me today. I've got Cora.
Hi.
I've got Grandia.
Hello.
Jing.
Hello, everyone.
And Deem here as well.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so I might get Cora to do the honors of sifting through the questions, and we will take turns to answer your questions.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Kelly. So we're trying best to answer all the questions. So start from the question from a student from Mexico. I'm from Mexico. I'm interested in undergraduate programs. Which scholarship do you recommend to apply? Can I ask Dean to answer these questions for us? Thank you.
Sure. It really actually depends on what qualification you have completed in Mexico. So you need to give us a bit more information. Generally speaking, we do not accept a high school qualification in Mexico. So if you have completed an qualification from an international program, such as the GCA levels or an IB diploma, you can be considered for the IB scholarship or the undergraduate academic excellence scholarship. So that's just to name a few.
Thank you, Dean. So come to our next question. Are only academic achievements considered for eligibility for a scholarship? Can I ask Kelly to answer this one?
Yes, sure. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I guess majority of our scholarships will have an academic criteria as one of the criteria that you need to meet to achieve the scholarship. Certain scholarships that we offer, such as the Vice Chancellor's scholarships or the IB even, we do have additional requirements in addition to the academic criteria. So what it means is we may not only just look at your academic scores that you achieved in your qualification. As part of the scholarship application, we might ask you several questions on it, and we will look at both your scores as well as your response to the questions that was asked, and that's decided by the selection committee. Okay, so yes.
Thank you, Kelly. I've seen a couple of questions about diploma pathway students. So students are registering through the diploma pathway program, eligible for all scholarships mentioned. May I ask Dean to answer this specific question for pathway students? Diploma pathway students. Thanks. Oh, Dean, you're on mute. Can't hear. Thanks.
If you are currently doing one of our diploma pathway programs, you will be considered for our pathway scholarship. So it really depends on which pathway program that you're enrolled in. But I would strongly recommend that you check our website to find out further information about the eligibility criteria and also the application process, and you can apply through there.
Yep, thanks, Dean. I can see some questions from African students. I'm from Ethiopia, Africa. How can I get 100% scholarships? So Kelly, do you want to answer this question for the African students?
Sure.
Thank
so in my presentation, I did mention that we do have a well, 2 scholarships specifically. That's the Vice Chancellor's International Undergraduate Scholarship, as well as the Vice Chancellor's International Postgraduate Coursework Scholarship. Both of these scholarships are 100% tuition-free scholarships. So in response to your question, I guess, you know, you can be from any country. You don't have to be from a specific country to apply for those scholarships. So yes, you have to look at what those criteria are and submit an application, you know, during the application period. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Kelly. Due to the current COVID situation, we have a lot of students doing online study offshore. So I can see there's questions from students staying offshore. Can international students staying offshore apply for scholarships for February semester? Dean, would you help with this one? Thank you. You're mute.
What was the question, Cora?
Can international students staying offshore apply for scholarships for February semester?
Oh, definitely yes. So it wouldn't stop you applying whether you're onshore or offshore. So we would recommend that if you are interested in a UTS course, you need to lodge your application first to determine your eligibility for the bachelor or the master's degree at UTS. Once we have advised you of whether or not you meet the requirements, then you can go onto our scholarships website and look for the scholarships currently available, and you can apply depending on the eligibility criteria.
Thanks, Dean. Here I found a very interesting question. I'm a current year 12 student here in Australia. Am I allowed to apply on my own for the Vice Chancellor International Undergraduate Scholarship without having to go through my immigration agent? So Kelly, would you be able to answer this one?
Sure.
Thank you.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
So the applications for scholarships are online on the UTS website. So what it means is all you have to do is to essentially just go onto our website. When the scholarship applications open, there will be a link there to tell you that, you know, the scholarship is open. This is the link for the online application form. Click on that and it will give you instructions and pretty much a step-by-step as to how to fill the form. So the short, I guess, the short answer is yes, you can just apply on your own without going to your education agent for assistance. Does that kind of answer the question?
Great, thank you, Kelly. Another question is, are application for the course and the scholarship separate? So I think that's a good question. Dean, do you want to help with the student about how to apply? Thanks.
Yes, the application process or the application online form is definitely separate from the scholarship application. So to be considered for any scholarships, this is for all international students, and I've seen a lot of the questions, you must first lodge your online application for the UTS course first. Once you meet the criteria or you meet the admission requirements and you're eligible for a conditional offer or an offer, then we will consider you for the scholarships currently available. However, in Kelly's presentation, there are some scholarships that have a separate application form. So you need to go onto our website to find out which ones they are. And generally speaking, it's the full tuition fee scholarships that you need to lodge a separate online application form.
Yeah, thanks, Dean. Coming to our next question about deferral. Are scholarships allowed to be deferred to the next available intake if international are not allowed to enter Australia due to the border closure by time of commencement? Good question. Kelly, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So the first part of the question was about the Can you repeat? Sorry,
Deferral. So the student want to know if they can defer scholarship if they can't arrive.
Yes. So essentially, if you are eligible for a scholarship offer, the scholarship offer is valid for that intake or that period of study that you applied for. Okay, so if you decide that you want to defer your commencement of the UTS program and therefore, also have the question of whether or not your scholarship will be automatically deferred. So I guess it depends. So we will, when we reassess your application for the new intake, so the deferred intake, we will also at that point in time assess your eligibility for deferral of the scholarship. So if the scholarship is, say for example, it is still being offered for that intake or that new session that you want to study, and you have met all the criteria, provided there's no changes, then essentially yes, but we will confirm that at the point of us reissuing or deferring your course commencement offer.
Yeah, thanks, Kelly. We have a next question about Australian government scholarship. What is the procedure for applying Australian government scholarship? May I ask the team, can you give some advice on this?
Sure. I think that the process at the moment is you need to go to the Australian government website to see if there's any scholarships currently offered to international students. And you also need to check out the eligibility criteria and the application process and apply directly through them. So it's an external scholarship, which we have no control over. So you will need to lodge a separate application through them and find out what the process is.
Thank you, Dean. Another interesting question. Can you apply to UTS for a 3-year degree? And then if I get a scholarship, may I change the degree to a full year one? So I think it's about course change. Kelly, do you want to give some advice on that?
Sorry, I need to clarify the question.
Yes, I think students
change from a 3-year to a 4-year.
4 years. I
program.
think the change program request after receiving a scholarship for that 3 years program. If they want to change to 4 years, what's going to happen to them?
I see. Okay. Yep. So I guess with each scholarship that we have, there is, a criteria that indicates exactly the duration of the scholarship period or the tenure of the scholarship. So I guess when you let's say accept your offer for the course and it's for a 3 years program and the scholarship confirms that we would cover you for the 3 years duration, okay, and let's say 2 years down the track you may decide that you want to change to another course that, let's say, extends for another year. So in that instance, what happens? I guess you can submit a request for consideration. There's no guarantee that we will approve it, but we will have a look and see your situation and make a decision. However, there is, like I said, there's no guarantee that we will be able to fund that extra year for you. So yes.
Thank you, Kelly. So next question, I think Jane will help us to answer this one. I do have a Master of Science in integrated clinical and community mental health, and I want to upgrade my status to PhD level with full scholarship. Please, I need your help to find out related field of study in line with my field. Jane, thank you.
Wow, that's a very specific question. Thank you, Cara, and thanks for I guess future student for this inquiry. So at UTS, if you are interested in any research degrees, which is either a PhD or Master by Research program, we would encourage you to start searching for potential supervisor in the field. I think what I'll do, I'll post find a supervisor link in our chat, so you can access that information. Once you secure the supervisor in the field you want to do research with, and then that's when you actually submit an online application. Dean just explained for coursework, applications, scholarship and course admissions are two separate processes. But if you have not applied for a research degree at UTS previously, you can actually note on the online application for the research degree application that you wish to be considered for scholarships. And our next round is for 2022 research session 2, starting from July next year. And we do allow students to commence offshore if your research program or research project allows, and you have to have a valid Australian student visa as well. That's a very long answer. I hope that gives you a bit clue.
Thank you, Jean. So next question, may I need Grandia to answer that one. So the student wants to know, does the research scholarship apply to undergraduate nursing?
So research scholarships are only for Masters by Research and PhD programs, so unfortunately not for that one.
Thank you, Gradia. So we have a question about pre-master. So are there any scholarship for pre-master by UTS College? Jim, do you want to answer that one? Because my understanding is currently we don't have such kind of scholarship for pre-master yet, right?
Yes, you are correct, Cora. So currently the UTS College pre-masters program does not have a scholarship. So if you are wanting to commence a pre-master leading to a master's degree at UTS, you will not be considered for a scholarship at this present stage.
Yeah, thank you. I can see a lot of questions from a specific country. Say if I'm from Africa country, I'm from South Asia country, can I apply for that scholarship? Actually, UTS offers scholarships open to all international students, no matter where you're from. So you can just follow the information we posted in the chat box for more details. So let's continue with the questions. Sorry, just give me a little bit second. There's a question not related to scholarship itself. It's saying the sessions will be recording and how we can get the recording of this session. Can anyone help with this one? About recording the session. Are students going to receive the recording?
Yeah, so we will definitely have a copy of this session uploaded on our website as an on-demand video. We will post it on YouTube as well. So definitely you can go back at any time and see the video.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly. So you will receive the recording after session. There's another question for Jean. I studied in China with the full CSC scholarship. Is it possible for me to apply for the CSC in ETS?
I'm gonna ask, are you a Chinese national? I believe at the moment, China Scholarship Council and UTS joint research scholarship is only available for Chinese nationals. So if you are, it's possible you can apply for that scholarship to come to UTS and study. If you were successful, you will be provided by UTS for the tuition fee scholarship coverage, and you will be provided stipend by the China Scholarship Council.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jane. Next question. Should you get admission before you apply for a scholarship? Good question. Kelly, do you want to give some more details about that?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, so we do definitely 100% encourage all students who are interested in studying at UTS to first apply for the course. Okay, you must first submit an application for the course, whether it's let's say you go to your education agent or you submit your application online. Submit that first, and for majority of the scholarships, we will automatically consider you for. So what it means is, so long as you submit a course application, we will check to see if you are eligible for one of our scholarships. Okay. Now, I think Deem also mentioned earlier as well in her response to another question. She also said that there are some of our scholarships that require a separate scholarship application. Okay. and that's only a couple. So for those, you will have to first submit a course application, and then when the scholarship application opens, you can then put in a separate application to be considered for the scholarship. So first step would be to apply for the course. You may get a scholarship as part of your course offer. Okay. The other is obviously still submit an application for the course, but for the specific scholarships that have a separate application, you will need to apply for that after. Okay.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly's already answered a question about academic requirement for scholarship. Here is a question about work experience. Does work experience count while you're considering providing the scholarships? Jim, do you want to give some advice on that? Work experience.
It really depends on the scholarship, but most of our scholarships are based on academic merit. Okay, so we don't look at your work experience. We look at admission into the UTS course first. So if you're eligible for a UTS program, we will automatically consider you for one of the available scholarships that we can assess. We don't look at your work experience. Okay, there are some scholarships that require a separate application where you will need to also lodge a supporting statement with that scholarship application. Okay, so we don't look at your work experience. That's just how I understand all the scholarships here at UTS.
Yep. Thank you, Dean. I got another interesting question. Is there a postgraduate scholarship that does not have age limits? Kelly, do you want to say something about that?
Yes, simple answer is if you qualify for the course, you meet the criteria for the scholarship, yeah, we will offer you the scholarship regardless of your age.
Yes. Thank you, Kelly. Another one is, can international students receive scholarship after enrollment? Another interesting question. Jim, do you want to say something about that?
There are scholarships that are offered to current students, but it is not, basically it's not offered via our office. So what you will need to do is contact your faculty, because a lot of these scholarships are offered by the faculty, and they will be able to let you know whether you meet the requirements or what the application opening dates are in order to apply for these scholarships. These are just partial scholarships, not full scholarships as well. So it's just basically a tuition fee deduction.
Yep. Thanks, Tim. Here's a very quick question. Can I apply to a scholarship for year 2023? It's not far. Kelly, do you want to answer that one?
That's right. That's a year and a half away, but
yeah.
So, yes, we do have our course applications available now if you want to apply for 2023. So similarly with the scholarships too, if the scholarship is offered for that year, if you qualify for course admission, you qualify for a course offer, and there's a scholarship available for that year, you will receive the scholarship offer as well.
Yep. Thank you, Kelly. I have seen repeated question about financial aid. Do you offer other financial aid to international students? Good question. I believe the scholarships we offered is kind of financial aid, but Dim, do you want to give some more options? We offer other financial aids at UTS to international students.
Thanks, Cora. If you're an American citizen, you can apply for a US financial aid loan, okay? But again, you need to lodge your application for the UTS course and meet the admission requirements and be eligible for an offer. Once you're eligible for the offer, then you can contact the sponsors.students team, and they will be able to advise what the application process is to lodge for the US financial aid loan. There are other loan companies. For example, if you are in Sweden or Norway, there are also other loan companies that do offer some type of financial aid, but again, the key point is you always have to lodge your application to UTS first to be considered for admission. Once you meet the admission requirements, then you can apply for these loans.
Great, thanks, Dean. Come to the next question about PhD. Is there any possibility to get chance for PhD program in UTS of 43 years women?
Andrea, you want to answer that?
Yeah, Jean, do you want that? Answer that for us?
Sorry.
Jean?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that.
Thank you.
Similar, I guess Kelly's answer previously did address this. So when we look at scholarship, I guess, applicants, we assess your application as a whole. Basically, what we are looking at is your previous academic performance, and for research scholarships, we'll look at your research experience and capacity, what you can demonstrate from basically your, I guess, existing projects or experience, and we would see your research project proposal, whether it's aligned with UTS strategies as well. So with all these assessments ranked among the other applicants, if you were successful, you will be awarded scholarships. It's not against anybody's age.
Yep, thanks, Jane. Let's see if we can answer the last questions. Bear with me a second. I'm trying to pick up the last question for us to answer. Okay, I got an interesting question about the COVID-19 vaccination. Maybe we can wrap up this session by answering this one. Is COVID vaccination a requirement of scholarship at UTS? Kelly, do you want to answer that one?
Sure. That is a very interesting question, and I'm thinking about it in my head as well, the answer. But essentially, scholarship requirements are usually just, UTS scholarships anyway are based on academic merit. So, if you've met generally all the criteria, such as, you have to, let's say, study full time, you have to apply for, let's say, a specific course, that sort of criteria. We generally don't have a criteria to say that you must have had your vaccination before commencing at UTS as such. Something related, but not exactly related again. But if you, let's say you are studying, let's say in your home country, let's say studying remotely from your home country, and while being enrolled at UTS, we wouldn't have that criteria to say that you need to have your vaccination done before enrolling at UTS as such. Otherwise, if you're already here in Australia, then depending on the situation at that point in time, if you want to go on campus, for instance, we right now in Sydney anyway, there's the lockdown, and obviously there might be certain rules that we say that for the safety of everyone on campus, we might suggest that students to have to practice certain rules and things like that. So I guess it really depends on that point in time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. So I think it's time for us to wrap up today's session. We receive a lot of questions. If we do not answer all the questions, you can contact us by these emails shown here. We are trying to answer your questions if you send email to us. Sorry, we received so many questions. If we cannot answer all of them.
Yeah, I think all the questions that's already posted on the Q&A, we will definitely get back to you with a response after today's session. So if you have any other questions in the future, definitely contact us via email. That's on the screen right there, and we'll be able to assist you from there.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Cora, for giving us all those questions to answer.
Thanks. We received so many. Sorry, we couldn't answer all of them.
Yes. Time always goes by so quickly, isn't it?
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for attending today's session again. And we hope that we've at least clarified some of your questions or concerns. And I guess we will be in touch. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.